Bar coming out of GMS Lions Den, and first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, who the world can call God and Jesus Christ. And I'm coming with a spiritual hydration. I pray and hope that it's edifying, And I'm gonna name this spiritual hydration. Don't let the enemy play tricks upon your mind, right? Because that's what the spiritually demons, Satan, and these unclean spirits want to do. They want to enter in your la'ab, which is the word la'ab in the Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew, mean your mind, and they wanna manipulate you, right? This is Peter chapter 5 verse 8, and I'm gonna start at verse 6. Humble yourself therefore under the Almighty, the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time. Key word, humble yourself, because that's another thing what the enemy try to do. The enemy will try to creep in your la'ab and make you feel prideful, right? Or to Salakia, to make you feel prideful, and that's what you don't want to do. You want to stay humble in a meek spirit, right? Because why? The Lord said He will exalt you in due time, casting all your cares upon Him, for He cared for you. And that's what we have to do. Cast all our cares upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because why? He loves us. He cares for us. He guides our footsteps. Not casting all our cares upon the material things in this world. Not casting all your cares upon the worldly things, or casting all your cares upon your woman, or casting all your cares upon your biological family, but casting all your cares upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Not saying that you're supposed to love your family, even though we know, according to the scriptures, most of our family is going to perish on the side. Because why? They don't want to return back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But this is the point, verse 8. Be sober, right? So we have to be spiritually sober in the spirit. And this goes for myself. I have to, you know what I'm saying? I have to remind myself too. It says, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about seeking whom he may devour. And once again, that's what the enemy want to do. He want to devour you. He wants to creep in your la'ab, which is your mind, and play tricks upon your mind. He wants you to doubt. He wants you to be prideful. He wants you to start thinking about the worldly things. He wants you to think about the lust of money and everything. That's how the enemy wants to devour you. So we have to pray that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to protect our la'ab. Because why? Temptation is going to come your way. It's going to present itself. It's going to present itself in front of you. It's going to try you, test you. But if you pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to keep that hedge around your la'ab, which is your crown, which is your mind, to protect your la'ab, to keep it upright and pure, that's what's going to happen. Right? Next scripture I'm going to get is 1 Peter chapter 4. And I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Yes, the end of all things is at hand, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is coming to destroy this place. He's coming to save the hopeful elect, the 144,000. Talked about in Revelation chapter 7, the 1/3 women and children. Because yes, the end is the end of all things, but the end of all things is at hand. Yes, this place is going to be destroyed. So we should not be worrying about the material things. We should not be worrying about how much we finna get paid or how much money I'm finna get. We shouldn't be worrying about none of these things, because the end is at hand. This place, the clothes that you wear, to the shoes on your feet, to the concrete that you walk on, and the car that you get in is fit to be burnt to hell up. Be ye therefore sober. Once again, spiritually sober in the spirit. Make sure you catch yourself. Be spiritual. Because you being carnal minded, that's how the enemy could play them tricks upon your mind, by you being carnal minded. But if you're not being in the spirit, or measure yourself or examine yourself how you're supposed to be in the word, that's how the enemy gonna creep in and get you. So be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. We're supposed to be watching unto prayer, praying unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He's going to answer our prayers. That's what we need to be doing. All right. And I know I had quoted out another scripture, because the Lord said, prepare thy soul for temptation. You know, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, prepare thy soul for temptation. Once again, prepare thy soul for temptation. It's going to present itself. That's how the enemy is going to constantly come at you. This is a fight every day, 24/7. 7 days out of the week, we got to fight. It's a battle. It's a spiritual battle. Set thy heart upright, meaning on these scriptures, and constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. Right? How you set your mind, your mind, which is your la'ab, upright. Meditating on the scriptures, praying unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to guide your step on this righteous path, to protect your la'ab, your mind, so the enemy can't creep in to play tricks upon it. To build a spiritual hedge around your la'ab, to protect you, so we can constantly endure the hardships, the sorrow, the tribulations, the pain. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And that's going to happen. If you constantly cleave unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you will increase at the last end. You will get them spiritual powers. You will get them incorruptible bodies. And spiritual bodies. You can attain mercy and salvation, man, as long as you keep constantly cleaving on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because that's what the elect is going to be doing. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And that's a major thing, because when you change to a lower state, you constantly being chastened by the Lord, or you being tempted by you know what I'm saying, by the devil, the spiritual demon Satan, he's going to try to play tricks upon you. Because the Lord was tempted for 40 days and 40 nights by the devil. He was trying to play tricks upon Yahushua. And that's an example, man. How the Lord Yahushua dealt with Satan, with the scriptures. And we have to remind ourselves, anytime we battle with these unclean spirits, we got to turn back to the scriptures. We got to meditate. We got to pray. We got to fast. I'm going to try to get that scripture too. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. That him is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, who the world can call Jesus, God and Jesus Christ. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's who y'all call. But y'all the Israelites. The Lord Yahushua was an Israelite, a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah, man. This is who we need to be trusting in, Yahushua. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, at least ye fall. And that's what we need to do. Not to go down aside. Don't let the enemy creep in your la'ab and put doubt in it, or to try to break you down, or try to no, gotta keep fighting, man. Because once you go to a side, and you will fall, man, meaning that you will end up in the congregation of the dead. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward should not fail. So believe in him. It will not fail. If you're dealing with doubt, it would not. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua would not. He would not fail, man. He promised the things that he said he would do, and it's going to happen. If you're dealing with afflictions in your household, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to make. He's going to make it. He's going to make it right. He's building you up. He's purifying your spirit with that spiritual fire. But the point is, in the time of your afflictions, in the time that you're going through things, you got to constantly be sober, spiritually sober, including for myself, to watch and be vigilant, because the adversary, the spiritually demon Satan, these unclean spirits want to take us out. He want to take the brothers out that's in the truth, the men of your mess, from Tahar all the way down. These unclean spirits want to. That's why we have to be spiritually sober, because the enemy want to sip us like wheat, just how he wanted to do Peter. And with that, I just want to bring out a couple more scriptures. I got one more scripture in mind. I'm gonna flip it in my in my Bible. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourself whether ye be in the faith. So we have to examine ourselves. Make sure we look carefully, be vigilant. Whether ye be in the faith, prove your own self. Know ye not your own self how Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Yahweh Shai is in us, man. So we have to examine ourselves. We have to be spiritually sober. We have to watch and make sure we correct ourselves with these scriptures. And with that, I just want to say shalom, and to the sincere brothers and to some of the few sincere sisters that hear this lesson. I just pray that y'all stay strong in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. And with that, I want to say shalom.